Hi all, welcome back to my channel and our kayaking adventures. On May 22nd, we started out on an early morning 3.5 hour drive, leaving western North Carolina and entering the state of Tennessee on the hunt for a new area to explore. Our destination was Sparta, Tennessee, where we had a great time kayaking and exploring Burgess Falls. Join us on this adventure. After arriving at the boat ramp, located at the end of Cane Hollow Road, I'll put the GPS coordinates in the description. We promptly unloaded our kayaks, checked the map again to make sure that we would paddle in the correct direction, and set out on our new adventure. The launch point was quite popular, and many people were setting off on adventures of their own. There is a kayak rental business that operates at this ramp. Be sure to have everything mapped out ahead of time because we had no phone signal while we were there. It is a 2-mile paddle from the launch point to Burgess Falls. Not only is the falls popular with paddlers, many motorcraft also set Burgess Falls as their destination. Unfortunately, quite a few of these boaters are careless with their wake, so be very cautious.
Well, there's plenty of pollen and debris in the water, and some of the boaters aren't very nice. But so far, it's not too bad of a trip.
Once we spotted this location with the old trees, we decided we would paddle through that area. Perhaps it would shelter us from the boats, as there were a number of them zooming by with little regard to slowing down and sharing the water with paddlers. I guess they were in a hurry to pick out their fishing spot, or wanted to be the first to see the falls.
Can you hear that? Not the birds. Can you hear that waterfall? Sounds like we're getting close. We are going to see this for the first time together.
The sound of the waterfall was getting louder. It was just around the next bend. We were excited to see this waterfall. We had talked of visiting this waterfall last year, but never got to mark it off our list. We had hoped it was as impressive as some of the pictures we had seen. There were many people here enjoying this marvelous wonder. It was good to see so many kayakers out here on this fine day. The Burgess Falls is a cascade waterfall. The waterfall spills approximately 136 feet into a large limestone gorge. The wind coming off the waterfall is incredible. After spending some time at the bottom of the falls, we wanted to check out the falls from above, so we headed back to the car with the plans to drive over to Burgess State Park. Just as I loaded the first kayak, I looked back at the water and I saw this boy had fallen out of his kayak and was in the water. I immediately jumped into action to paddle over to him. At the time I started paddling toward him, it was only the boy and his mother. There were other kayakers off in the distance coming back from the falls, and a boat heading toward the falls. I had hoped that they also noticed the kid in the water and would offer some help.
I'm gonna pull you up by your life jacket, okay?
Thankfully, I wasn't the only one who rushed in to offer aid. Also thankfully, he had his life jacket on and it was secure. It turns out his boat had a hole in the bottom and it was taking on water, making the kayak unstable. The boater helped get him back to shore. After that, we were on our way to Burgess State Park.
Alright guys, now that we saw the falls from the bottom, let's see what they look like from the top. Three-quarters of a mile.
The view from the overlook was quite impressive and well worth the hike, although I did like our view better when we kayaked to the bottom of the falls. There was one more trail for us to take, and that trail would put us to the top of the falls. This last trail was steep, with plenty of steps to take, and it was fairly strenuous. There was no railing at the edge of the falls, so you definitely wanted to mind your distance when peering over the edge. There was a park ranger up in the area that was courteous and passed along his knowledge about the falls. After getting a good look from the top of the falls, it was time to hike back to our car and finish out the day. After all, we had a 3.5-hour drive to get home.
Welcome to North Carolina.
Thank you for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed our visit to Burgess Falls. Be sure to let me know by clicking that like button. If you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to the channel. Let me know your thoughts at Burgess Falls in the comments. Check us out on Facebook and Instagram. Until the next time, I hope to see you out on the water someday.